milliwatts meters squared. Hey guys, welcome to the show. We are here, Heads of Tech Live, where we discuss stuff that's happened this week. And aren't you excited about this week?
So excited.
Exciting.
So excited.
So much stuff has happened. As you can guess from the title, Apple, they've done it. They've released the Imac 2020, fully equipped Intel's 10th generation CPUs. We're going to be talking all about that. And what other topics are we going to be talking about?
Ash, I've heard that there is a camera that's also been released.
Sony A7S, A7S3, number 3, my favorite number that I can't pronounce properly. That one is out. We're going to be talking about that one. Basically, I'm going to have to get a second job or a first job. If this doesn't count, I'm going to have to get a job and buy some of this amazing technology. Or is it amazing? We're going to find out here today. Also, my God, guys, it wouldn't be a Heads of Tech if some crazy breaking news hasn't just happened. And I'm not talking about what you guys think I'm talking about. I'm talking about, that's right, the sighting of Bigfoot. Bigfoot is officially real. I'm not talking about that kind of Bigfoot. I'm talking about the real Bigfoot. She saw him as well. She's a witness. We have video evidence that we're going to be sharing with you guys. So guys, if you want to find out the truth behind Bigfoot and the iMac 2020 and a plethora, look at that, notes. I've written down notes for the show. Excited to be hanging out with you guys once again. It's been a long week. It's been some interesting super tech. So guys, let us know where in the world you guys are tuning in from, because that's what we care about the most. We're over here in Australia, and in Australia, we just closed the borders to all the other states, really. We closed the border. Is Victoria closed down? Victoria.
Well, Victoria is in lockdown, so our heartfelt wishes
By the
go
way,
towards you guys.
Victoria is the name of a state. It's not David Beckham's wife or ex-wife, whatever's going on at the moment. Not really keeping up on the scenes of the gossip. Victoria's closed. New South Wales.
It's going to be closed. It's going to be closed on Saturday.
What kind of name is New South Wales? It's like there isn't a North Wales here. And there's a Wales in the UK, so New Wales makes sense, like New York, that makes sense.
Yeah, like
but
New England.
South Wales, what is up with that? Anyone over from the world of Australia, let us know what's going on there, because I'm a bit confused. And should we jump in? Oh my God.
What?
We also, I'm gonna just say it, but I don't necessarily mean it. We broke into Costco. We snuck in. We didn't have a membership. We wanted to find out how much you can get an iMac in Costco, so we have exclusive video proof showing us exactly how to do that and sharing the tips on how you can go legally, 100%. This is not illegal stuff. Had to get into Costco and find out what's going on. We have amazing, stylish people talking about how they style their homes with technology. We have Steve Jobs' emails, RIP. He was talking about what is going on with the App Store, why he's giving Amazon a discount, all that stuff. Electric versus acoustic, Emf meters, lots of stuff's been happening. Shall we jump to it? Do you guys want to know what's been happening with Apple's iMac? Is that the trending story?
I think that is literally what everybody is going to be so excited to know about. Ash, I think let's take it away.
First of all, I want to know, Nora.
Yes.
Dr. Nora, I want to know. You want an iMac, or do you not?
I actually do.
Why? Explain yourself.
I'm actually really excited about the new iMac. One, because it's new, but two, I love my 16-inch. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But I feel like I really just want to do a desktop computer now. I kind of want to have a computer that I go to, I have it on my desk, and when I want to go and do some work, I just want to sit on my desk and do some work. And I feel like that's going to help me.
Why? Why do you need a desktop computer? You already have a MacBook Pro.
Yeah, but
why
the
do you need
screen
Mac?
is going to be bigger.
Okay.
And I love
what am I doing?
screens.
Okay, you guys can't see it, but opposite to us is my computer. I got MacBook Pro on the right, making fan noise C, and I've got a big 32-inch monitor right there. So why can't you do a setup like that?
Because, I don't know, I just feel like it's going to be more powerful if it's all in one rather than having two separate entities.
So you feel that it will be more powerful than a MacBook Pro?
I think it would be,
Is
yeah,
it just,
because
now,
it's designed to be desktop.
Guys,
Right?
I want to know, anyone out there wanting to buy an iMac, because I'm trying to just get in before I tell you what I feel and think about 2020 iMac, the Intel one, I want to know, like, why do you want an iMac? Now, you feel like it'll be more powerful. Now tell me, where do you struggle with performance on your 16-inch Mac Pro? What is slow about it? I want to know.
You know, there's probably nothing much that is actually slow. I have to say, my computer does crash a few times.
Okay, crash.
It does crash a few times when I'm using Final Cut. So I do wonder if I'm using Final Cut, is that just too much for my computer?
That's software. That's software. That's not going to improve up hardware. If it crashes, it's buggy software. Is that the reason why you want iMac? Guys.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe I kind of just want to avoid any more crashing happening. And also with my iMac, as you guys know from the previous episodes, whenever I would turn it off, like just put it to sleep, it would always crash.
Okay, so you're concerned with the iMac because you're concerned with the MacBook Pro because it sometimes crashes on you, right?
Yes, it does.
Is my voice too loud? Is my voice too loud?
You might just be shouting a little bit.
I feel like I'm shouting a bit too much. I might have to.
You don't want to be
tune
deafening
down
the guys who are watching us because you know these guys are from everywhere. They're watching us from everywhere.
I feel like I must have. You can keep.
Anyway, I just want to say with the iMac, I don't know. There's something a bit prestigious about going to a desk and working on an iMac because you see it in all those fancy houses. You know, people who have like designers. You know, they're like might be art people, graphic people. Let me know if you guys are the same as well. But you always think, oh my gosh, these people are so fancy because they've got like this massive iMac just sitting on their desk. And fun fact, we did actually see a fancy house. Inside of the fancy houses, they had 2 iMacs next to each other, literally side by side. So it's like, ooh, maybe I can be that person too. Even though I literally have no use case to use an iMac 2 side by side. But you know, it's kind of fun. I don't know about you, but that's kind of how I feel about it. Like, I really like the idea of having a desktop.
Boom.
You done with your microphone?
I just don't know how I sound.
Do you want me to have a listen to you?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's listen to you. So we're just going to take a 2 minutes technical.
It sounds alright, yeah? Okay, cool, sounds alright. Now, okay, I want to unpack this.
Yes,
okay, because there's so much that's going on. You're saying that the iMac, you like it because it doesn't crash like the MacBook Pro. That's your thoughts. It's more powerful. And 2, you said you went to a rich person's house and you saw that they had 2 iMacs next to each other.
2. It looks fancy.
Why did they need? Are you sure it wasn't the Mac Pros, the 2 Mac Pros?
Oh, maybe it was Mac Pros. You're right. It was Mac Pros. They had 2 Mac Pros. My bad. My mistake.
Okay, I think. Okay, we're gonna get into the psychology while we're trying to discuss this. Basically, we don't have that much money. And Sony have released the A7S III, and that guy costs $6,000, 6,000 Australian dollars. And Apple have just released a new iMac Intel, and that costs also 6,000 Australian dollars when you upgrade it up.
Okay, so where would you put your money?
So where would you put your money? I'm trying to convince her that she doesn't need an iMac. She's trying to convince me maybe I don't need the camera. Maybe that's the situation. So iMac, why do you want an iMac? I don't understand.
I like it purely because I want the idea of a desktop computer. Don't get me wrong, I think I'm still going to keep my 16-incher, but I like the idea of, it's probably really silly having 2 to be honest. It's probably a complete waste of time and money. But I do like the idea of sitting on a desk and working on my
Okay, why not plug your computer, your laptop into an external monitor like I've got?
Your laptop makes so much noise.
The fan noise city.
Fan noise city.
Okay, perfect. We are together. So we're thinking that the iMac is good because it will crash less and also it'll be less fan noise.
Yes.
Okay, now we're going to work towards the iMac 2020. I'm going to tell you about the features. So the standout feature is exactly the same visual stimulation as the previous one. So it has a big, massive bezel around the screen. Bit upsetting for me. I was a bit shocked that it looked exactly the same. There's nothing new about it. To be honest, I wasn't shocked because I know Apple want to make the flamboyantly good one for the ARM MacBook Pro, Mac Pro, the iMac Pro with the ARM. They want to do that. So I wasn't surprised that it's visually exactly the same. I was just a bit disappointed. So are you sure you could live with Bezel City?
Okay, you know, I didn't know that the bezels were still really large.
Exactly the same. Looks exactly the same.
The thing is, that look has been out for like 10 years.
Is that good
something.
enough for you?
Well,
if you know around the corner, they're going to make the fantastically gorgeous ones.
How much around the corner are they going to make it?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Okay, guys. Okay, we have exclusive words. Okay? Like, I'm going to tell you, I talked to the wife of the iMac, the person who's married to the iMac. Yeah? And I'm going to show you the footage. 100%. The wife of the iMac. Awesome. This is what she thinks of the new iMac. I'm just going to show you the footage. 100%. Like, quick. That is officially the wife of the MacBook Pro. You've seen it here first. Heads of Tech, the #1 reporting channel for tech. Mrs. Mac lives in the Gold Coast. Check her out, just over there. She's gone. She's getting divorced at the moment. She's hitting up with a guy called Arm, big guns. So there you have it. She went up and told the iMac, look, I'm leaving you. You're out until you come back with ARM. So the real iMac 2020 or 2021, whenever it's going to come out, it's going to come out looking really damn good to get his Mrs. Mac back.
Do you know what I want to ask you? How did you feel coming so close to a celebrity?
Oh man,
how did it make you? Were you like starstruck? Were you? What did you feel?
I'd gone in an instant. That's how much faster the ARM Mrs. Mac was. So much faster. On a serious note, though, that is the only thing that's kind of hindering me back on the iMac, is that it looks exactly the same. And if you haven't seen an iMac in real life, like, they look a bit dated, right? The bezels are just too big.
But what about the speed? Like, aside from the aesthetics of it, is there any difference in the speed of this new model?
Well, okay, we'll talk about the speeds and all that stuff, but looks-wise, it's gonna look exactly the same. Can you get over that?
So I guess the annoying thing is kind of like when you have your new iPhone. Every year it looks different. So then your friends will think, oh, you know, you got the new iPhone or you got this. So having a new iMac makes you no different to the person who had an iMac from 2017. So you won't look as
2012.
Cool. 2012.
12.
I think I had the iMac 2012.
No, you had the older one. Slightly older one.
So I mean, I think from the perspective of like just having a different aesthetic to it, like it's the same aesthetic, I mean, I probably wouldn't want it on that.
That's the tough thing about it. Now, I'm going to level you guys. If you're not upgrading the iMac, if you're just getting like the base models like the i7, the 8-core one, the ones that don't have the super awesome graphics, the ones that have all the super awesome features, you're making good money because they never up the prices. The prices are still good, and compared to the other all-in-one desktops, the Microsoft Surface Studio, that one's hella expensive. So if you just stick to the iMac and you don't do the upgrades, and I'm going to tell you about the upgrades because they sound like you need to do them, but if you avoid the upgrades, you'll save the price, and then you can recycle it for next year's super awesome ARM one because it's going to look worthwhile. But if you're thinking this is the time to upgrade and get the best iMac, I don't think it's worthwhile because once you start adding the numbers, it gets pretty expensive. That's the dilemma I kind of had. I was looking at it and I was thinking, oh, this gets very expensive. But the highlight feature is they got the new, finally, they've got the new 10 core iMac. They got the Intel, the new 10th generation CPUs. So potentially on paper. Now, one of the issues she was saying with the MacBook Pro is that it's too noisy when you plug it into an external display. Whereas you wanted an iMac because you figured it'll be quiet. Now, the problem with the 10th generation Intel CPUs is they're not necessarily quieter.
Really?
Yeah. The way they've sped up the 10th generation CPUs is they pumped a lot more watts in them. Now, we don't know. I don't know. You don't know. No one knows how good they'll be on the iMac, but traditionally, the iMac's thermals haven't been that good. So if you're getting the latest 10th generation CPU inside, you know, guys, I have exclusive footage of how it's going to sound like. I'm just going to show it to you how it sounds like. This is how it's going to sound like, the new iMac. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
It's like a ship that's got like all the pressure signs on the side.
Sorry?
Look at the side, it's all the pressure signs, like a ship.
Yeah. So I don't recommend the Evo Heart. They're noisy.
Wow, Ash, that was pretty loud.
Well, that's the danger if you get a 10-core one. Hopefully it won't sound that bad, but there's a risk where if you get the best, well, you're going to upgrade the GPU to the 5700 XT, and you're going to upgrade the CPU to the 10-core Intel CPU, and that's going to cause fan noise city. So all those thoughts you're thinking about the MacBook Pro being too noisy, maybe the iMac will be just as noisy. How does that make you feel? First.
Well, I think with that noise and knowing that it's not going to be necessarily quiet, then that kind of puts me off a little bit because I would have thought that it'd be quieter.
Okay, potentially it might be. We're going to find out. We're going to really find out if it's noisy or not.
Are you actually going to do some tests?
Well, we're going to have to get it and find. Maybe. I haven't decided. I haven't pulled the trigger on it. All I know, when I went to ordering it, guess what happened? I saw it was available next day delivery.
Wow.
These people over at Apple, they've known about it for a long time. They've been building up their stock levels in the store, so when they pulled the trigger, anyone can get it.
So it's actually available right now?
It's available right now. It's actually.
Why have we not got it right now?
Why don't we? Because it's the old one, man. Why do you want the old one? Really? You can't just wait 6 months of your life.
Do you think it's going to be 6 months they're going to do the
Probably. They're Apple. They want to
It
make
is
money.
true. Apple
They're a
always
trillion
do
dollar
that.
company for a
They always
reason.
do that.
They know everyone is getting money now. Money's being printed from the government. Have your check. They want some of that money. That's
They
why
do.
probably just
You're
rushed
right.
it out. There's
They
no
do.
design, nothing like that. Good thing is though, is that the price has stayed the same and you're getting more features. I'll talk a bit more about the other features,
Go
right?
on.
So you got a more powerful CPU, 10th core. Okay, it's going to cost you some money, but that's great. It's good and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were in the market for an iMac, like we potentially were, we're
Yeah.
thinking about getting an
Yeah.
iMac. And if you're in the market, you're not going to be losing more money for the next features. You're getting it, 10th generation CPU. Also, you're getting a 5700 XT graphics card. This
pretty
graphics
good.
card is old. It's about a year old now. So it's not that exciting to me, but it's still good that they finally put it in an iMac. So that's good news. Potentially you can upgrade the graphics. I personally wouldn't do that. I'd probably stick with the 5700. Like, I want the 10 core and I want the 5700, the 5700 XT. That's going to make it run hotter. You're going to get into fan noise problems. You can't clock down the GPU on a Mac. On the Mac, you can clock down the CPU. So even if you get the 10 core, you can disable turbo boost and have a quiet experience, but you can't clock down the GPU. So I would personally stick to a lower clocked GPU just because to avoid fan noise. But of course, the great thing about Apple is you can order it, you can try it out. If it's too noisy, then you can buy and get a cheaper one. So try with the Max model once, you're set for life, and then you can downgrade it. But other features that they've done that is new, they finally, in the history of the world, they've clocked on to this whole work from home coronavirus syndrome that we're all suffering from, and they've upgraded the webcam of the iMac.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So on the
pretty
on the
cool.
iPhone, you
Yeah.
get 4K front-facing camera.
Wow.
Guess what you get now on the iMac? You know, more powerful computer, right?
8K?
8K, you'd think so,
8K,
right?
right?
Yeah.
8K.
What if I told you they give you 1K now?
1K, what was it before?
720p.
Oh my god.
Now they've made it 1080p, which is
Why is it so difficult for them to make it into 4K if they know that technology already with the iPhone?
because it costs money, and they don't want to give
But
you
you're
that money.
paying $6,000.
Okay, look, just say it saves them $10 to get a worse camera in the iMac. How many iMacs are they going to sell? Hundreds and thousands. Just say they sell 1 million. That's 10 million they've saved.
Yeah,
A
okay.
genius over Apple have thought this through.
Got it.
They're not all.
So
it's not a
it's more
charity. Apple is not a charity. They're your best friends at taking your money. So, but they're giving you that for free. Like,
I guess
how does that make you feel?
It's cool they give it to you for free, and I guess the majority of people will actually have an external webcam, right?
Re-
Because I've been
majority.
to a lot. Actually, you know what? I've been to a lot of the Zoom, meetings that people have online, and some of the cameras qualities are shocking. And I just think to myself, what camera do you have that is so shocking? So maybe they're all on the iMac.
The
or their
iMacs,
iPhone.
or
Maybe.
MacBook Pro.
Or
Your
MacBook
MacBook Pro
Pro
has a rubbish
MacBook Pro isn't
camera.
very good,
So
yeah.
they've improved the camera. They've improved the speakers. I'm not going to tell you how yet,
Okay.
because I'm going to get to some of the issues she was complaining about.
Yes.
She said she hated that her MacBook Pro would crash all the time.
Yes,
Well, they've
it did.
improved the speaker system. I'm going to tell you how in a second.
Okay,
but they've
okay.
also improved the microphone system, so you can
Right.
hear your beautiful voice. It's going to sound exactly like the MacBook Pro, if not better.
That's pretty good because the MacBook Pro is actually really good with sound.
well, is
In
it-
my
is it-
opinion,
is it-
I think it's alright.
Okay, that's not the speakers. What about the microphone? Do you care?
Well, I've never actually used the microphone.
Okay, she never used the microphone.
I've never used the microphone.
Okay, so potentially with zooming away, it's going to get better. Now, you want to ask me how they've improved it?
Yes.
And how this is going to touch back?
Yes.
Remember you were complaining about the MacBook
Software.
Pro always
Yes,
crashing,
you
all
said
these
it was
kind
a
of...
software issue.
It
Tell
was always
me.
crashing, you close the lid,
Oh,
it
it's
wakes
so
up, it always
annoying.
crashes, and all
It's
that
so
stuff.
annoying.
Okay, so they've also added
What?
to the iMac, finally, it's got the T2 encryption processor. You know that T2 processor that is responsible for all those
Bluetooth.
crashes? T2.
Oh, right,
They got
okay,
a code.
okay.
They got an ARM. It's now built in with ARM technology. It's got an ARM code processor, the one that constantly crashes your 16-inch MacBook Pro. They finally put it in
Wait
the
a
iMac.
minute. So are you saying? I'm not a very tech-savvy person, but are you trying to tell me that the thing that's crashing my MacBook is now inside of the new iMac?
Yeah.
So potentially the problems I'm going to have with my MacBook are going to be the same problems as I might have with my iMac.
Well, let's walk this through, okay?
Okay, tell me.
What kind of problems do you have on your MacBook Pro? You said when you close the
when
lid,
I close the lid,
it crashes.
Crashes and it says restore pages.
Every now and then when you leave it plugged
Pretty
into an
much
external monitor.
once or twice a
Okay,
week.
with the iMac, you're not going to be closing it, so you're not going to have that crash. What other crashes are you having?
Fair enough. Sometimes it just shuts down by itself.
Well,
If I'm
that
doing
one,
something,
potentially, it's probably a T2 related one. So yes, you will be experiencing those lovely T2 crashes that you've been getting on the MacBook Pro. All the other crashes to do with the MacBook Pro, you're not going to get those, but the T2 related ones, you are. Basically,
okay.
the velocity for crashes has now significantly increased.
So I'm not sure why I want this anymore. Can you tell me some good things that I want?
Well, they've done one cool.
Okay, tell me.
On the negative, yeah. Before I say the one good thing,
Okay,
yeah.
I could go on.
Okay, the maximum model you can get is 27 inches. Now, do you like 27 inches or did you want a big screen like
27
mine?
inches. What do you have?
Mine's 32 inches.
I like your screen. I want 32 inches.
Okay, so the maximum
So
it is the iMac is 32 inches, but it's just got like 2 inches of bezels either side.
Right, okay. No, I think I prefer screen use because it's really nice having a document on this side and document on this side, and I don't really need to use the bezels because the bezels you can't use as
Well, I've
computer.
heard that the new ARM iMac is going to have 32 inches bezel-less experience. It's going to look
Wow.
amazing.
That's pretty
Actually,
cool.
in fact, I even have a sneak peek of how it might look like.
Oh my
Do you,
gosh.
do you guys
I
want
love your sneak peek.
Sneak-
Show me.
sneak peek about it.
Show me.
Okay, I was kidding. It's not. Hopefully, not going to be that big. To be honest with you, I was actually excited one day about getting an ultra-wide iMac or like a bigger screen, 32-inch. I mean, you guys out there, do you guys need a bigger screen iMac, or are you happy with 27 inches being your maximum, or are you just happy that there's something new you can like walk and talk about?
Yeah.
Because for me, I wanted a bigger 32-inch at least, but we're not getting that. But what you are getting with the screen, you excited about this? Excited about this? What we're getting with the screen?
What?
You have the option to pay Apple $500 to give some coating on the screen, which will reduce the reflectivity on the screen. Just like the Pro XDR display, they have this magical coating, and apparently it makes it less reflective. When you look up close, there is a bit of spotting you can see when you look up close, but from far away...
Yeah, but I'm not sure. Like, to be honest, what does the MacBook have?
MacBook doesn't have anything. You just got
Yeah,
standard.
and there's never any issues with reflection. So why would you put $500 to
Because the
reflection?
great thing about MacBook is if there is reflection, you can turn the lid up and
good
down,
point, good
so it
point,
hides the
good
reflection. With the iMac, I don't know what you're gonna do. I mean, the stand, it comes with a stand still. Thank you.
God,
Thank you.
thank
Not
God.
the fancy stand. It comes with a stand, and yeah, I mean, you can't move it out the way like you can
So
with a Mac.
would you put the reflective coating on it? Because that's actually like a bit of a dilemma.
Okay, me.
Go on.
I'm not gonna get into the final upgrade that I'm actually excited about. I'm actually excited about one
Okay,
thing with the
go on
iMac,
then.
yeah? Because the iMac Pro is obsolete. Officially, I don't even know why they updated it. They actually updated it. Well, they got rid of the 8-core model. Let's not go into that. But, you know, the one thing, I went through the iMac. I said I was going to buy one. But then I just had to end up upgrading every single option to be happy. Like, I wanted that coating. I wanted the 10-core. I wanted the 5700 XT. And it hurts my feelings wanting the 5700 XT because 5700 XT, I'm struggling to say this, it's 1 year obsolete. And AMD are about to release Big Navi, the super awesome GPUs. So it hurts my feelings that I'm actually going to pay them almost $1,000 Australian dollars to make my graphics card as good as last year's graphics cards. Hurts my feelings that I have to give Apple the money to have an 8-year-old display.
Oh my
Why
God.
can't-
Oh
all that
my
kind of
God.
stuff. Go speakers. The one thing I was excited about, finally you get the option to upgrade your Ethernet port. You know, your Ethernet port, when I plug into my NAS, to 10 GBE. Like, give them an extra $100, they can do that for you. So I was happy about that feature, but when I totaled all the upgrades all together, it doubled the price, and I was thinking, maybe I should wait, maybe I should follow Mrs. Mac. Maybe I should wait for the ARM iMac. I don't know, I'm confused, because you want an all-in-one. I kind of wanted it all-in-one, but maybe at least with a MacBook Pro, same price, at least you can take that out and about when you need
That's
to.
true.
You-
But that's why you need two of them, Ash. You need a MacBook and you need an iMac.
Okay, explain to the viewers why you need to, because I
Because
just...
you need two. You need one when you're out and about for those meetings, when we eventually all go back into normal life, and you need one at home when you... Okay, I've got an idea for you. What if you have an iMac and you plug in your laptop into the iMac?
You can't do that.
You can't do
No.
that.
And why don't you just get an external display? It's a lot cheaper.
Why can't you do that?
Scaffold, they disabled it. You used to be able to do
crazy.
that. You used to be able to do that with your one,
Yeah,
you could.
you used to be
The
able
old
to. I
one.
remember.
You can't
Really
do it
old
anymore.
Why?
Because they disabled it. They want you to buy a new iMac. They want to get the money.
Oh my God. You know what? I've got to say one thing. Sort of did put the reflective coating onto their computer and they said it was worth it. And they all said, I'm looking sharp with the glasses. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sort of. Who are you? Where are you from?
Yes.
Let us know.
Tell
Because
us.
sort of, I don't know if I sort of believe you or not.
Well, I don't know about, but I get what you're saying about the upgrades, because when you get to the end of your basket, you kind of want to just put everything in, because when you're paying that much money, you just want to get the best possible thing.
So I'm just,
It's hard,
I'm
isn't
not
it?
sure. I'm confused about the iMac. I don't even know if I'm going to review it.
Well, the good thing thing about Apple is they give you a 2-week returns policy.
Yeah, but I'm not going to waste my time. Like,
Well, let's put it out there. Do you guys think Ash should check out the new iMac and compare it with a 16-incher to see whether it's worthwhile going from a mobile to a desktop?
I don't think people are interested
system?
in iMacs, man. I
You
think
think?
people are now just official, because like Apple, WWDC was a few months ago. It's only a few more months until the new ARM Macs start coming out. So why would anyone spend that much money on an iMac unless you needed it? Unless you needed it.
That's it. Unless somebody doesn't know there's something better.
Yeah, but if you need it, you just kind of like get it because you need it. You're not going to get excited about getting it. You just, if anything, you're going to be annoyed they have to spend so much money knowing that in 6 months' time, a brand new iMac, bezel-less, super awesome stuff is happening.
That's very true.
So you're going to be upset that you had to like pull the, I don't think excitement is here for the Mac. In fact, I was over at Mac Rovers the other day, and apparently they've already found parts for the new ARM MacBook Air.
Really?
Yeah, on the supply chain. So there's a new.
So it's literally coming.
It's coming.
It's pending.
Yes, it's on its way. Probably for
really
Christmas.
cool.
Next time the new stimulus comes out and the government prints out more money, they'll want that money too. You need to get their share prices going up. So,
Okay, so will you get that over the iMac then?
will I get what?
Will the ARM?
The ARM MacBook Air.
Yeah, when it comes out.
I don't know if I want a MacBook Air. Do you want a MacBook Air? I got a MacBook Pro. I got a 16-inch MacBook Pro. As a matter of fact, Apple just released the new iMac with the Intel 10th generation CPU, so potentially there might even be a new 16-inch MacBook Pro just around the corner because they finally put the 10th gen CPUs in. Is that right?
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. You know what? I got some input now from Muz. I'm into iMacs, but I do media work and I don't want to waste cash on Mac Pro. But I would wait for iMac if it's 6 months, but I reckon it might be longer though.
How long do you reckon it will be? Because if it's not 6 months, it's probably just going to be another 6 months. Can you wait 12 months? Are you in a rush? What are you currently doing? Because if you're doing it for work right now and you need a computer, get a computer. You don't care. You're getting paid to use the computer. It's a business expense. Write it off. You're happy. Sell it on in a year. You don't need to wait. But if it is just a couple of months down the road, if it is 6 months down the road, if it's just 12 months down the road, you need to spend big. Because if you're a media empire kind of guy, you got a system that's currently working, why would you upgrade your system to a new system, spend so much money now when you know you can just wait a year and get the best system? It's only if it's on its last needs. And if that is the case, then I would get, I don't know about you, you let me know what you are thinking.
You said you'd wait for 12 months.
Yeah, exactly. You'd wait for it. 12 months.
Yeah,
and if you're
you
desperate, you probably just get the iMac, just get the Max model, but not upgraded. For example, the i7 8-core, was it 5500 graphics cards? Just get that one. It's $3,000 over here in Australia. And just wait 12 months and then get the ARM one. It's going to be super awesome. Whereas if you upgrade everything, and double your budget, it's going to go from 3,000 to 6,000, then you're going to be very upset with yourself. That's what I'm sensing. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I hope you guys end up doing. Unless you're baller and this stuff doesn't mean nothing to you. I mean, we've been checking out some places in the world and some people are super rich out there. I saw some dude. We went to his house. You kind of mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
He had not one Mac Pro. I'm legit. The guy was trying to sell his house. Went in. He had not one Mac Pro. He had 2 Mac Pros side by side. And he had 2 monitors. 2 monitors. 2 Mac Pros. One for each monitor.
He must be doing something so hardcore.
No. I think that guy didn't realize, or girl, could have been a girl, guy or girl didn't realize that you can plug 2 monitors into one Mac Pro. I think they were so baller and just like out there.
So much money.
They were like, I need one screen, so I need one Mac Pro.
Why not?
So some people, you know, this kind of money means nothing to them.
It's true.
Yeah, some people out there.
Right. There are some people out there. I'm gonna butt in. Sort of is Harry. He's a software engineer and he works with LLVM and UI/UX as a freelancer.
So you're a programmer. So you don't need an iMac. You're better off if you're a programmer getting a laptop because then you can be out and about showing your clients your work. You go outside, you say, hey, here's the simulator running, here's the work. If you ever meet clients, it's a lot better. Yeah. Why would you get an iMac over a MacBook Pro? Because I'm telling you right now, okay, the iMac, you get a screen. Perfect. Okay, so if you say that you get a screen with it, I understand. With a MacBook Pro, you know, you can move it around and yeah, I've kind of answered it for you.
Yeah, that kind of goes in with what Muz was saying. He said, I think it's a good shout waiting for a new MacBook Pro 16. Just hope they come out in September, not the end of the year. Always need a laptop.
I don't think they'll come out with the ARM MacBook Pro 16 by the end of the year. That's probably next year. And probably the iMac maybe early next year. I'm just guessing based on my feelings, my thoughts, and all these rumors that I've read over the years. But what I'm getting to is that don't max out your iMac just get the standard model, because when you start maxing it out, the upgrades, they're not cheap. It's an extra almost $1,000 Australian dollars for the best graphics card, and that best graphics card is a year old. I'm laboring the point for a point, and an extra 2 cores, is it worth that upgrade? Probably isn't. The only thing I'd probably do if I did upgrade something was I'd upgrade the Ethernet port to 10 GBE. That will force me to have to wait a week for it. But that's probably the only thing I do, because I want to keep it within a healthy price bracket so I can sell it on next year and get the new fancy ARM Max. What do you think?
I think that's very, very sensible. And sort of says, to your response about why do you need an iMac, he says, you haven't worked with LLVM.
Oh, oi. My friends, he's going to make me do it. I'm doing it.
What are you doing?
We're talking about programming. That's right. Your boy AC, he does a bit of coding on the side. And actually, I got a new video out. I did it. I published it the other week. We're talking about the app business. So last month, I published a video on my X-Create channel. I'll put a link in the description, but it's called X-Create. You can Google that. It will go straight on YouTube. Got 2 videos, and it's all about the recovery of the app business. So last month, I posted about how my revenue, my subscriber revenue, crashed thanks to coronavirus. Everyone was forced out of work and they stopped working. I do like this B2B operation business, and it's an app and people subscribe to it. So obviously when they're not working, they don't need it. So I had a big dip about a month, since April, a big dip. And in July, was it June, the end of June, it finally recovered from that dip and I gained 1 subscriber and I was kind of happy. I was thinking maybe there's gonna be a recovery. And guys, I got some amazing news, and this might help. There's it sort of the LLVM guys, the programmer in the team, and it's literally bounced. It's bounced from here, and it's bounced. I got more subscribers now than I did back in February.
Wow.
So it's finally. It took a few months. I didn't do anything. It's the whole. Basically, the government allowed people over in Australia to get back to work until actually last week when they closed the Victoria. So it's probably going to go down again. But I have international subscribers, so this includes America and Europe and Australia, not just Australia. But I'm actually seeing it from my subscribers, and it's a business, it's a professional app. So it kind of gives a little bit of litmus test to what's going on in the economy. But literally, it went down like this and up like that. So potentially, I don't know what's happening. If I had to guess, I'm assuming that because so much money has been printed out, the value of our money is no longer as valuable as it is. So currency has been devalued enough so that maybe there is some sort of V-shaped recovery, but obviously, money is worth less. So everyone is getting into assets, getting into gold, getting into housing, getting into all these kind of assets because everyone's scared of inflation. But the good thing about the inflation, and this is all just like speculation, good thing about inflation is it's inflated worldwide. There hasn't been, like, every single government around the world has been printing money. So usually when one government prints money and the other governments don't print money, the value of the currency, changes so much that it makes the Australian dollar, the American dollar worthless. But because everyone has printed money, the money is about the same. It's just our assets that have become worth less, except that, they're now, all that kind of stuff. So LLVM kind of guy, the guy who does iOS coding, respect and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, check out X-Create channel. You'll find some interesting stuff on there. So
well, LLVM says in iMac.
Is that his name? Is that his name, LLVM?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Sort of. Harry.
It's all right.
His name is Harry.
Whoa, what is going on with
Harry.
you, Markle? Tell us, Harry. What's been happening in the news? Because you guys talk about the environment. I'm seeing you driving that big Rumble car. So what's going on with that? And flying on those jet planes.
All right, Harry says, in iMacs you can also stick physical sticky notes. That's how I get things done. Do you do that when you're programming?
What? I wish I had this picture on lock. Yeah, but when I worked in a company, the designers, they were a laugh. So they had an external monitor and a laptop, yeah?
Yeah.
And they used the external monitor to stick sticky notes on it. There was literally just sticky notes on the external monitor. But if you guys know designers, they get paid to look arty. Like the more arty and creative you look, it's the look.
The cooler you are.
You just have to act. If you don't act cool, you don't get rated as a designer. You have to just speak the design speak.
I think Harry's a cool kind of guy.
Yeah,
then. He sounds like he's a cool kind of guy. All right, we've got an input from Neem Nayugin. It says, "Hi, should I buy 11 Pro next month or 12?"
Oh man, we're getting into this whole Apple debacle.
We're getting into it.
Guys, the iPhone 12 has been delayed. Apparently, Apple have said that they've got enough stock for one of them, but they don't have enough stock for the other one. There's like a Max and a Pro and all that stuff. So they're having a problem with the sourcing, so it might be delayed a couple of months. If I was you, and I'm serious about this, if you can wait, just wait. You have to be a big dum-dum to buy an 11 Pro right now when a 12 is around the corner. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yes,
What would you do?
I would
Why
say
would you
so.
buy an iPhone right now?
Definitely the same with you. I mean, like Nima's saying, I've got enough money for both of them.
No, don't say what I say. I want your opinion.
I would just wait for the new one because, technology is always changing. So I would just say, hey, hold out, see what the new one's going to show you around the corner. It's literally going to be 1 or 2 months. And plus, the other thing is, you're a senior in college, and I can see that you've written that down to us. You want to be the person who's got the most, fanciest thing, the latest thing in front of all of your peers, because they'll think, oh my God, you're so cool. Because I was there once, and I had the newest iPhone at the time. And all of my friends were like, oh my God, that's so cool, you've got the new iPhone. So yeah, I would say wait a couple of months.
And she found out later they weren't their friends.
Yeah, obviously.
Users in high school and college, everyone's just a user.
It happens.
But it's fine. Wait, before you ask questions,
Yes,
I've got
yes.
you a question.
Go on.
Why do you need to buy an iPhone right now? That is the question I want to know. What's the reason?
Well, they say they got enough money for both of them, and I want to use an iPhone for the next 5 years. I'm currently a senior, going to go to college, because the 11 Pro would go down in my country in price. It's initially 1.4K and now it's 1,000K. That's a good point. Cost is also a factor.
So you're saying that the 11 Pro has gone down in price and you can get a good deal at the moment. Well,
Correct.
get it.
You know
Yeah.
what, that's
Yeah, get it. If
probably
you're
not a bad
happy
idea.
living with an 11 Pro for the next 2 years, I get it.
I've got the 11 Pro, and quite frankly, I'm very happy with it. And I probably will test out what the 12 is going to be like. But, I'm probably going to end up keeping this because this is still relatively new.
Okay, breaking news, yeah?
Yes.
I'll tell you right now, okay? So we went to Costco. Costco is like the biggest discount store. Now, this guy, he said he can get the iPhone 11 Pro for $1,000.
Yes, in their country.
Okay, so guess how much it costs over here in Australia.
How much?
And I'll help you out a little bit. Guess how much it costs at a discount store? I'm talking about Costco. So we broke in, we snuck into Costco. And if you want to interested in that, there's actually a link in the description showing how we can legally get into Costco
What
for
is
free.
Cosco? Because some people might not know what
Okay,
Costco
explain
is.
what Costco is.
Costco is a wholesaler shop, which means that you go in there and you buy literally...
Sailor, is it for sailors?
Wholesale
You have to be
shop.
aye, captain.
It's a wholesale shop, and you go in there and everything is bought in bulk. For example, toilet papers is like 100 toilet papers for a certain amount.
So can you buy one iPhone or do you have to buy a bulk iPhone?
You can buy, with the higher ticket items, you can buy one of each.
Is it just like they only sell you the Max, the big one, and not the little one?
No, they sell you everything, I believe. But they also sell beds, they sell food, they sell meat, they sell chewing gum, they sell everything.
So
but
this
it's
is the
all
place
big.
to go if you want to get an iMac for cheap and you want to get an iPhone for cheap.
Potentially.
So guys, I want you guys to guess. My friend over here, I forgot his name. His name was Sortov or Harry. That's the only kind of names I heard so far. Or something else. He said he can get an iPhone 11 Pro for $1,000. Guess how much you can get it over here in Australia at the discount store.
Come on,
And we have exclusive. We snuck in. We had to, I got harassed on the entrance, all that stuff, but I did this for you guys there. You guys want to see? But put on my glasses, I can see what's going on over there.
Do it.
And next time I'm going to do a smaller resolution so I can see. Guys, we're going to be showing you the best tech inside Costco. We snuck in, so we got a vertical freezer over here. Come to this.
444.
Security cameras, that's why. Security cameras, check it out. One technology, wire free, $5.99 for a 3-pack. We've got more 8 channel. This is 8 channels right now, 1080p. So when you zoom in, it gets all blurry. That guy is $5.99, same price as that guy. Whew. Another 8 channel. This is 5 megabit. You also get a 2 terabyte drive, $12.99.
Jesus, hello.
4K night vision. This is me on the screen right there. $2,500. Look at all that. I want one of these actually for my house, right?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
That looks nice.
We've got Apple Max as well, babe. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
16 channels, 16 for an extra couple of $100. Extra couple of $100 to get the whole set. That's pretty cool, right?
That is good.
MacBook Air, 1499. It's a steal. This one, iMac Deluxe one, 1,879. The iPhone 11 Pro, you got it right here, the top 256 gigabyte edition for $2,000. Okay, guys, we're going to be showing you the best tech inside. How's it go?
When in times of trouble, Mother Nature. Can't remember.
So how's it go? When I find myself in times of trouble. Technical difficulty has come for me. Singing words of wisdom. Technical difficulties. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, we're just rehearsing a song when we get technical difficulties. Having fun. $2,000 for an iPhone 11 Pro. 2,000 Australian dollars. Now, guys, I want to tell you this: 2,000 Australian dollars.
That's a lot.
To USD, that is 1,450 American dollars. 1,000 in Australia in the discount store.
I don't think it's much of a discount.
$1,450, and you need to pay them the exclusivity of $60 to be a member of Costco. So this guy over here who's saying he can get an iPhone 11 Pro for $1,000, my friends, buy it. Buy it right now and come over to Australia and sell it. You'll make some money. Do that multiple times. You're not allowed. You have to borders
I think everybody is outraged on
Outraged? Why?
Harry is like, oh, $2,000 for 11 Pro. Exactly, Harry. That's exactly what we thought.
He's upset about Megan. What did she do to you, Harry? What'd she do? What's she done to you? What's going on over there? Tell us the truth. She's trying to get you divorced, isn't she?
Taking all your money.
She's trying to take your money. What's going on, Harry? What's Harry, man?
Yeah, I mean, $2,000.
We're there for you. When you go back to the royal family,
we got your back.
you're gonna be like a king, man. It's gonna be the opposite of Charles. When Charlie got divorced, everyone was like, "No, why you do it, man? Why you cheat on her?" But when Harry gets divorced, they'll be like, "Yeah."
We're gonna have a lot of love for you.
And well, it's true. They'll be happy.
We'll be on his side.
And it's nothing to do with race, man. Everyone loved her at the start. It's only when she started talking and telling us how to run our lives
she moved him from the royal family.
Yeah.
Like, it was so sad.
Yeah. So what's Harry saying? Is he upset?
No, Harry is just shocked that it's $2,000 for an 11 Pro. I'm also shocked as well. I think I got mine for less than $2,000, and that was from a regular. That's
I'm telling you, inflation could be coming. The value of money could be. There's signs for it. We went to a piano store, and the guy said that ever since July, prices have gone up.
It's crazy.
Well, even land over here, prices have gone up.
Everything's gone up.
Yeah, slowly but surely. So I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Over
I've
here.
got some breaking news for you.
Breaking
news for you.
Okay.
Harry is only 22. Harry, how did you marry Meg? At the age of 22. God damn.
I knew she was older than you, but I didn't know she was that much older than you.
All right, got some other things on the chat. Macrae, it's a very nice sounding name.
McCafe.
Macrae.
Macrae.
Macrae?
Macarena, Macarena.
I'm not sure if it's German or French.
Macarena.
Do you have a degree in computer science?
Of course. Who doesn't have a degree in computer science? First class with honours degree. I even got a graduation video.
Did you?
Who is Harry?
Harry's got computer science and
yeah,
maths.
but he's the royal family, man. They gave him that royal degree.
Everything. So what did you do? Actually, you've got a degree in computer science.
Whoa.
Tell us.
What are we talking about now? We're talking about the iMac. We're talking about the MacBook Pro. Or we're talking about the personal diaries of my boy AC.
Well,
you guys want to know about me, or do you want to know about the Apple products? You tune in for Apple, man. I'm just a side effect. If I wasn't here, you'd still be living your life, worshipping iMacs, worshipping Apple. It's got nothing to do with me. No one cares about me. They care about you.
Care about
the glasses. Specsavers. What do you think, Pink? What's it like?
These are actually glasses. They're not sunglasses. They're actually glasses. I was like, oh, these are cool sunnies. And the lady on the counter was like, no, they're not sunglasses. It's like, okay, fine. And everything looks pink. Like when I put them on, literally everything is pink. It's like this nice hue of pink. Everything looks in love. Oh
All right.
My gosh.
Now, so everything is pink. So if you really want breaking news, and we're going to get into your question, don't worry, guys, keep rolling in those questions.
They do want to know about you, by the way.
We haven't given up on iMac. We haven't stopped talking about computer science, jobs, all this kind of goodness. But I'm just going to jump to the headline story, the title. We're going to do, and it's not the Sony A7S3, because I've got a feeling you guys don't care about that. I'm going to talk about it because I care about it. It was a dilemma for me, so I'm going to talk about it, sharing my thoughts about it, telling you what the hell it is. But I'm going to show you on the title. It said Bigfoot Spotted.
Oh my god.
Bigfoot.
Oh my god.
Do you guys, okay, maybe he's 22, maybe you don't know what a Bigfoot is. Do you guys know what a Bigfoot is? Tell me if you know what a Bigfoot is. Should I tell them what a Bigfoot is?
Yes.
Okay, so back in the day.
Isn't it just a Bigfoot?
No, there's like this mythological being spotted around the world, primarily in America. It's this big, hairy ape. He walks along. He was like been in all the TV shows, always an extra. And apparently, it's like the Loch Ness Monster. Like, is he real? Is he fake? Creature. It's mythical. It's like a real human-brained monkey that's big, walks around helping people, like saving people's lives. Is that what a Bigfoot is? Am I doing it justice?
That is exactly what
he also
Bigfoot
has big feet.
It was like the scary thing, like a scary monster.
Is he scary or is he a good guy?
No, he was a scary guy, I believe.
He was like someone you saw the big feet. I remember him always being a good guy. He wasn't like a proper bear. Bears, you see him in real life. I don't know what you do, but you're pretty much gone. They're very
dead.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
They're dead.
They're dangerous. They're not like Disney. They're very, very dangerous. They're like, they will go, you know, Lion King on you. They're like kings. Yeah, they will destroy you. Bigfoot, he was a good guy. No, he'd rescue the kids in all the TV shows.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
So Bigfoot, apparently we don't know if he's real or if he's fake, but exclusive to you guys. You know, this channel never disappoints. We had UFO footage the other day.
Gosh.
We had real
So
discoveries.
much.
We even spotted the wife of Mac earlier in the video. If you missed that, make sure you rewind, watch the part. Mrs. Mac, she was on the show.
She was.
She ran off with an
So
arm.
cool.
Mac is like legit, not even lying. Check it out. So we have exclusive footage of
see it.
Bigfoot. Do you guys want to see Bigfoot?
Yes, yes.
When you see this, make sure you share it with everyone because this is world breaking news. Everyone's been talking about.
All right.
Alright, guys, here it is. It's Bigfoot spotted over here on the Gold Coast. Hey guys, welcome to the show. Now, it's official, 100% confirmed. Bigfoot is real. Exclusive sighting. Come over here. Boom, boom, boom. I do not disappoint on this channel. Exclusive real life sighting of Bigfoot. It's now been converted into a Land Cruiser Toyota. So 100% confirmed that UFOs are real. Bigfoot is real. Everything's happening in the year 2020. What can I say? What can I say? Does this channel disappoint? Was that exactly why? Exactly why
I
I
don't
said.
tell you, I
Yeah.
have never been to a country where the number plates are just so out there than this country.
Mrs. Mac, we saw Benz the other day. Bigfoot.
So I love you once.
We
like,
saw
literally
Bigfoot.
with a heart emoji.
She's got her name on her car.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
If you want
Oh my
to be a cool dude, come over to Queensland, get yourself a license plate, and you can actually have that license plate. Cool
Yeah,
dude, probably.
you don't have to put like a number in the middle of it like you
Yeah.
do sometimes in other countries. It's crazy.
Yeah, so you guys excited about the exclusive footage of Bigfoot?
They were.
I know I am. Don't worry, we're going to get back to the IMAX. We're going to be helping you guys all the advice you need. We're going to be
Yes.
on here for a good, when the camera cuts out, we'll be long gone.
Good, because Ash, we're going back to the iPhone 11 Pro.
Are we really going back to that?
We're going to just
I want us to move on.
Oh, you want to move on?
No, I'll talk about it, but I just
Okay.
wanted to move on.
Mina says,
Mina.
Nayugan.
Oh, hello, Mina
Gayun-
Gugun.
Gayun-
Oh, you
I'm really
Vietnamese?
sorry.
Vietnamese.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So they
Tell us
meant,
where in the world you're from so we can get the CIA to track you.
they were paying, they're saying the iPhone 11 Pro was $1,000 US, 64 gigabytes.
That's still good.
That's pretty good
Yeah.
compared to Costco.
Compared to
I'm
Costco.
using 6 Plus broken cam for 2 years, so I'll upgrade.
Oh, you've been using it for 2 years. That's the only thing I'd say. You've been using it for 2 years. Can you just wait 3 more months and get the
Yeah,
iPhone
true.
12? It's
True.
worth it.
That's
It's
a
just
good-
3 more months. Hold out for
Good piece
3
of
more
advice.
months. Because, like, okay, compared to Australia, you're getting a good deal. But, you know, in America, you can probably get some better deals for the 11 Pro. I probably, if I was you, I'm just going to talk real talk if it was me, I'd get the 12. Make sure you get AppleCare with it. So if it does break down in 3 years, you can swap them out and get a replacement. How's your experiences been
Yeah.
with Apple for
Apple
swapping your
been
phones?
pretty good actually. Like back in the UK, I used to break my iPhone 6 all the time, and I just go and bring it in there and say, okay, we'll give you a new one. It was still under warranty.
Is it because you had the
I had
AppleCare or is it a warranty?
No, I just warranty.
Warranty.
I never had AppleCare before I met you, so.
Did you ever break it after 12 months?
You know, I think I did once, and they still replaced it for me.
That's how good they are. So maybe you don't
Pretty
need
good.
AppleCare, but in my experience, if you want to be a baller, you just get AppleCare, right? And just-
Yes,
that's-
yeah.
that's all
I'm
good.
with you 100%. Just, you know, if you get AppleCare if you want it.
No. Get AppleCare.
Okay, yeah.
Get seriously.
But it costs money.
It costs
But
money.
Probably is worth
Costs
it if
money,
you
but it
can.
lasts you for 3 years. And that way, if you smash it up, if someone steals off you, you're out of luck. But if you smash it up,
But even if you crack the screen as well, all they ask you to pay is like a token amount of money, I believe, like something like $40 or $50 or something.
it's a lot cheaper.
It's cheaper than going to the guy around the corner to fix it for you for $300. So I would certainly get AppleCare, and I would say yes, go for it. If there's a nice offer, I would.
Nah, man. Wait, because if he's going to get an offer, he's going to get it from Amazon or something like that. Wait 3 months, just 3 months, man.
Yeah, but
just
it's
wait.
more expensive, and they're college students, so they don't have as much money.
Just wait 3 months, get the iPhone. Well, if it's even in 3 months, the iPhone 11 is going to go down in price. So you'll be saving money then, right?
Yeah,
It will go down
you're
in price,
right,
and you
you're
can get
right.
it. And if you get it from Apple, you can get AppleCare, and then you're protected. Any damage, you get a replacement. There's probably other insurance options to get. I'm just saying the one that I know that will work globally. But if I was you, I'd wait. I'd get it 3 months, and then in 2.5 years, sell it on eBay with the certified proof that you have AppleCare. So that means when you sell it, more people are going to buy it off you, your value will be retained higher, and get a new one.
Yeah.
And as what you're going to be doing, you're in college right now. You're only going to be getting access to more and more money over the years. How much does even college cost over there in America? It costs a lot of money. And this is a phone you can show off. How many friends are you going to make with this iPhone 12? I'm your friend. I'm jealous of you. I'm like, mate, hang out with me so we can do a tech review about it.
True. I'm totally with you. And you know what, Ash, you've just had some really good advice that even Harry also does. He says, I always get Apple Care for every time and sell my device before it's over.
There you go.
See, software developers, they're smart people.
I wouldn't say smart, but they are a bit over-infused with logic because their job is logic. So their logic processors are a bit on the level.
I think you guys are smart too. Like,
smart is, I mean, I've worked with a lot of software developers. I've hired a lot of software developers. I've had to get rid of some software developers. Smart is like, there's street smart, there's intelligence, there's lots of different credentials in the world, but I'd say logical skills, they're trained in it, so they're very logical. Very
logical people, absolutely. All right, so we have got some more things.
Jeez, the question.
Someone else. Hey, you got one from Eamon Higeb.
Oh my God.
I cracked my screen. Shall I buy the iPhone 11 or wait? And Harry says, fix your screen.
Wait. Everyone is saying wait. Make sure you wait. And you know, guys, there's lots of exciting stuff happening. Let's see
what is happening.
I'll tell you some more exciting stuff that's happening.
Tell us.
We went some super expensive houses. Yeah? And like, since you guys love consumer technology, we went some super expensive houses, and guess what we found?
What did we find?
We found some amazing stuff, and I'm just going to show you.
Show us.
Damn. Yeah.
Let's take you through to the retreat, the parents and the children's retreat, whereby you can have a seat on the sofa, kick back, watch the TV.
Alright, I am enjoying this room, but I've noticed one defect. I can't quite see the TV. There's something.
Something in the way.
Good luck.
And that is how you go down the stairs.
That was nice. I'm gonna check out the lounge.
The lounge. And the television area. Kick back and watch TV.
Okay, so you have to sit on the edge to get the television straight, right?
They really should have given it bigger TV, I think.
I think these guys are like, what about socialization?
Yes, I think this is certainly an entertaining house rather than a sit in front of the telly kind of house.
So guys, if you want to see a review of that 1.7, according to them it's worth, I'd say it might be worth a bit different, especially depending on location. According to them, the salesman was saying it's worth between 1.5 to 1.7 million Australian dollars. And their TVs are like this small. Like, what is it?
They put things in front of it so you can't actually see the TV.
And like, why do they put the TV like? Where do they position the sofas? So we have a full review of that house and many more amazing houses.
Yes.
DIY, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you check out our Heads of Estate. You get it, Heads of Tech, Heads of Estate channel. We really need you to check it out. We got like 5 subscribers. If you subscribe, leave a comment. We'd really appreciate it. No one's watching our videos, but we got a passion for checking out some expensive stuff. Why not? Why not? It's free. What else are you going to do in this lockdown area?
Exactly. We're here to entertain you. And just like Mark has joined the club and he said, this is less about tech and more about entertainment.
No.
Laughing emoji.
No, what is this? No. We put with the heads of tech. We put the tech in entertainment.
We've got it all covered, literally. We've got it all covered.
Okay, we're going to get back to your question, but since you are into entertainment, I'm just going to level with you guys now, and we're going to talk about the film of the week. And we had a lot of contenders for the film of the week, right? Like, what would you want to say the film of the week?
Too many. Yeah, tell me what your favourite was.
I'm going to tell you the one we just watched.
Tell me.
If you're looking for a classic, this is hard to find as well, a classic 80s film. It's called, was it 90s actually? When was it made? 90s. It was made in the theme of 80s style films. I'm going to say what it is. If you guys know what it is, respect. Let me know if you know what this film is. No one knows what this film is. Tell me who it stars. You might like it. It might be a bit, a bit more age. Harry could watch it. He's 22. But it's called Raw Justice. Raw Justice, right? You like that? Come on, you love that film.
It was a good
Don't
film.
even laugh.
It was like, you know, when you kind of don't want to, you know, involve your brain too much and think about a storyline. It was a very easy to understand film.
Well, it's not like modern films where the actions of the characters don't make sense. Like if you ever watch Simpsons, it's like they always do like the most random.
Yeah.
Like not random good, like Harry's probably like, is he the logic guy, the programmer guy? He's probably thinking, why did they do that all the time? Like it makes no, it's not like back in the day they used to make films where the twist would be clever. Yeah. Nowadays the twist is just bleh, vomit. I don't know what is up with today's modern writers, but this one was very simple. It was just 80s action. It was just fun. It was basic. It was
really good fun.
It was a fun
I want to know if anybody else has watched it out
You guys
there.
know
Seriously, we
who
need
it's
you to tell us.
seriously, like
tell us right
watch
now.
it.
Tell
like
us right now.
It's
too funny.
Anyway, that's a film of the week. We're talking about X-Files and all that stuff. And we have a question.
Yes.
Someone says state or estate, estate,
Estate.
E-S-T-A-T-E. And we're going to be
Heads of
posting
estate.
lots of reviews of houses because, did you know, you can actually go to open homes for
Literally.
free. And you
Literally.
can go around these million dollar houses.
Yeah, and no one's going to even ask you
And
who
you
you are.
can go ahead and film. Legally, they can't ask you how much money you've got.
They can't.
You just have to.
It's great.
Yeah.
So what we do in our spare time, because of lockdown and it's very boring.
There's nothing to do.
There's nothing else to do, and they've got these open houses. Is we find the most expensive house in our suburb. We dress up all smart, as you saw. Well, actually, I wasn't that smart, but you saw. And we just go in, and actually, they give you like.
Admit it.
They give you food as well.
I did admit it. You guys doing it as well. And we
They give you food.
even go to the builders. The builders show us all the latest designs. We had a pre-settlement tour. The builder, before he was handing the keys over to the new owner, he gave us an exclusive tour. I went around.
God,
I even
so
criticized
much
the
fun.
finish, because that's what I do.
So much
I enjoy.
fun.
Sometimes I come in dressed like a builder just to scare him. Say, oh, this is wobbly.
Exactly. It's so much fun. Honestly, Harry, thank you so much for subbing up. He says that seems so fun. It totally is. If you have it in your neighborhood, do it. And breaking news, guess who has just joined the live stream?
I don't know, man.
It's our friend Mohit Raj from India.
Are you going to arrest us? No, Mohit, legit. First of all, Mohit, condolences. I've heard what's happening over there in India. I actually have some Indian friends over here. They've told me there's an outbreak. So are you a super spreader number one, Mohit? Are you responsible for it?
No.
Is it your close contact
No,
as a police officer?
Mohit is like the cleanest policeman ever.
How'd you know? How'd you know? How'd you know he's not?
He says that open house culture needs to start here. Would love to make a surprise visit. It's so much fun.
I gotta say, like,
So much
with
fun.
you guys over in India, you got so much land space, and I heard you guys got some super rich people.
Yes.
Like, the class divide is like crazy,
yeah,
insane.
yeah,
so
yeah.
over here, like, houses get crazy and they get super awesome. But the class divide, like, still even the cheap guys, they have a theatre room, they have waterfront, they have a yacht. The
literally.
poor people have this kind of like stuff. Well, not the poorest, but the poor people have it according to the property market. But in India, you guys probably have kingdoms.
Marbles. Marbles.
What's a marble?
They have like marble
Explain,
flooring.
explain.
You know, like the Taj Mahal. I'm not saying that you all live in the Taj Mahal, but like I've seen, I've actually always wanted to go to India myself because I've seen like the architecture is beautiful and like they've got the beautiful hotels there, like the Grand Hotel I think is called. I don't know if it's called that, but I've seen the movies and it looks amazing. Like the architecture, the marble flooring.
I don't want to be disrespectful,
opulence of it
but
all.
every single travel documentary. Now, you, Mohit, thank you for representing your country, India. I'm not singling you out. Other countries that want to get ripped by me, go ahead and name where you're from. I'll tell you all about it. But what I heard about India, tell if it's true or not. When you land on a plane from another country, apparently it stinks. It stinks.
Yeah, but same with us.
No, but it's like a nasty smell of like either gasoline. It's just, or maybe they fixed it since. But I heard about 10 years ago, I was watching those travel documentaries. The first reaction everyone does is like, what is going on?
Yeah,
What
but
is
you
that?
do that when you go to Egypt as well.
Yeah, but I when I go
I don't
Egypt,
know. I don't know. Everyone said other people are saying Egypt as well. I've got to say hello to Tom Ash because he's just joined the show and he says hi guys. And Mohit saying come over, we'll show you my humble abode and take you to the kingdoms too. Have some friends.
Mohit, please. Do a vlog about your house or your neighbor's house if you're embarrassed to show your house, because it'll be a laugh. Actually, if you did video on your iPhone, we'll publish it on the Heads of a State channel.
That's pretty
That'd be very sick.
I would love to do that. If everybody just like, showed us what
Guys,
what does $1 million US dollars buy you in your country? We should do that.
What does any dollars buy you in your country?
Let's set a target and then have somebody just go around one of these open houses and say this is what it gets, and we could do like a big vlog about.
Oh man, in the
that'd be
world,
cool,
what does
right?
$1 million get
Yeah.
you?
India,
Guys, I
Australia,
know we're talking about
Egypt,
Heads of
wherever.
Tech, but for some reason we're talking about Heads of the State.
And everybody is really excited about this because Mark is saying he's from Germany. Mark, show us what your houses look like.
And what do you guys use over there? Because I'm confused about the world, yeah? As normal. I heard ducted. Everyone loves ducted zoned air conditioning. But apparently they say over here, I don't know if they're telling the truth, but they say over in Germany and Europe, you guys love split systems, multi-split systems. And if you guys don't know what ducted and split is, make sure you sub up to Heads of a State where I'll explain the tech of ducted and split. Actually, you know, I might even explain some tech of some housing stuff over here on this channel. Maybe. I'll consider it.
But you know what? Actually, got a couple who want ripped into their countries. We've got Germany and Malaysia. We got two contenders. Go on, rip it, baby.
Well, I've been to Germany. I kind of like
Germany's nice.
The one thing I like. Oh, you want to speak?
One thing I'm scared about Germany is the autobahn, because I drove there and it's really scary. There's no speed limit and everybody's just like too mental. So that's the scariest thing for me in Germany. But it's a nice country.
I went to CeBIT. CeBIT. You guys know what CeBIT is? It's one of the biggest tech conferences in the world.
Nice.
We had Steve Wozniak as the headline speaker over in CeBIT. I was presenting in front of the German Chancellor and was it the Prime Minister David Cameron? I was in CeBIT over there. Like they literally spent like 10 seconds on our booth. Cool. They didn't do anything special. They didn't care about me. They were just doing a press tour. But the one thing I say is, it is boring.
Boring.
Well, I went to Hamburg, yeah. And I took a bus because I didn't rent a car. I took a bus and I took a train. And you guys were safe as well. I'm going to talk about this story. But literally, when I got to the Airbnb, I'll tell you how I got to the Airbnb after. When I got to the Airbnb, there was literally nothing open at night. Nightlife was like completely dead, non-existent. I don't know, is that a standard thing about whereabouts in Germany? I heard Berlin is the place to go. But when I went to Hamburg, it was just nothing to do there. You had super fast trains and all this kind of good stuff. And you had bus services that worked late. And a matter of fact, I had my phone. I had it on GPS, and I was on a bus trying to get to my Airbnb. I didn't know where the Airbnb was. I just randomly put it on Google, and my phone died. So I was like, kind of like just trying to remember the map on where I should land. And I just randomly got off on the bus, and I got off like 5 stops too early. So I had to walk for 2 hours in the middle of the night in a dark forest, just walking.
Oh my God, that's
and
scary.
then I found this street, and then there was houses on it, all not lit. And I was just walking, and then I randomly went to a house. I'm not even joking. I randomly went to a house in the middle of a road and just knocked on the door. A lady opened up, says, "We've been expecting you."
Oh my God.
She showed me.
Are you sure that's who you're supposed to stay with?
She showed me around the back of the house. I was just guessing, yeah? Showed me around the back of the house and showed me my Airbnb room. I don't know what happened. I'm going to tell you the story again. True story, not lying. I was on the bus. I had Google Maps on it, trying to find out where I'm going. My phone's battery died, so I no longer knew where I was going. I got off the bus 5 stops too early. I walked 2 hours in the middle of a dark forest. I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to get chopped off. I watched a lot of films, and I randomly just stopped off, which happened to be the house where I was meant to be going.
Are you sure it was actually the house?
It was actually the house.
Are you sure you're like here right now?
Oh, no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I know German people are very good with technology.
That is a legit story. The first thing I asked her is, can
Wow.
you have any Diet Coke? She said no. But we have got some Coca-Cola. I said, no, that'll do. And I fell asleep, woke up the next day, and I was
Were
live.
you intact?
I was intact. I was
Yeah,
intact.
kidding.
I was
I'm
alive.
not saying that German people are eating, but that sounds like a weird story.
It was a weird story. It was
Sounds like a
legit.
weird story,
So I got to
man.
say, Germany's pretty safe. You know, I was surprised that she understood English. I don't think she did actually understand it. She got her son to translate it.
Oh, okay, got it.
But she did. We expected you. Why so late? I was like, oh, I don't know.
Whoa, wait, sorry, man.
No. But one thing I say about Germany, I haven't been to India, so apologies if I'm disrespecting you guys. Your houses are big.
Yeah, big
so it was one house I got to, but it was like a big house, you know.
Big house.
And there was loads of big houses, so I just figured lights are on there. It must be that one.
And you know what? They have. They don't actually have AC in the house in Germany
So what do you do?
because it's cold. They don't have AC because it's cold, right?
Well, you must have heating, right? So you guys have
heating.
central
They
heating.
have heating.
Central heating.
They have heating.
And another story about Germany, since you guys love, you know,
We're
I've
on
only
the Germany
got
train.
good things to say about Germany because I had a good experience over there. Sorry, I don't want to say. Okay, the bad thing about Germany, what's up with you guys are not speaking English? It's the international English language. I want to go up and just start
Well,
speaking
I don't know
English.
because Mark here is talking pretty good English.
Yeah, but Mark's probably like an expat or something like that.
No, his name is Mark Degasberi. Degasberi.
You can
I'm
speak
trying
German.
to say it in the most
She can
German
speak a bit
accent
German.
I can.
You can't say it.
Hallo, wie
Ich bin.
geht's? Ich heiße Nora. That's about all I can remember.
One more story. When we was taking the train back, with my friend, when we was taking the train back to one of the centres. Oh no, that was Amsterdam. That was a different place. Forget that. When I was taking the train, I took the one train. It turned out well. I like Germany. I got nothing against you guys, and that's about it.
Yeah, well, he says that they got ventilation and floor heating, so they're very fancy.
Fancy,
Very
floor
fancy,
heating,
very fancy.
everything over here. in Australia loves Germany. I know I kind of ragged on India. India is awesome. Was it one of the largest, fastest growing economies in the world? You guys are going to take over the world. Population rate, you guys can't stop producing babies. Respect to you guys. Everyone's going to be Indian in the future. It's our destiny. But with Germany, everyone loves your technology. Seriously, whenever
really
something
good.
is sold, it has to be
German.
have German
Oh my
washing
God,
machine,
yes.
German
Yes.
stove.
Actually,
we
interesting
use
fact.
German steel.
Exactly. In all of these fancy houses that we're
German.
going to, 1.7 million houses, they're all like, they proudly display made in Germany. They don't like anything
They don't
in
say
any other country.
They don't say made
German,
in India.
German,
They don't say made
German,
in UK.
German.
They don't say
Australia.
If you
it's all
say
German.
made in Malaysia, it's like sounds bad. Made in Indonesia. Actually, we went to a piano store. He was like saying, "Oh, those ones they're cheaper because they're made in Indonesia.
Yeah.
You want to get the ones that are made in Japan.
Yeah.
But the #1 pianos they're made in Germany.
I know, right?
Legit.
It's crazy. It's
so you
crazy.
guys engineering are #1 in the world. I'm sorry about that. I wanted to rip on your country. Well, you got an interesting history 50 years ago. I'm not going to talk about that. But some stuff happened.
Germany's a cool country. Germany, let's leave it at that. So Harry says, for $1 million, you can get a 2-story house in my neighborhood in Kathmandu. Property prices so
Kathmandu?
high.
What's that?
I'm going to grow old in an apartment. Where is Kathmandu? I was hoping you might know where it was.
I don't know.
It sounds. Where did you come from? Where did you
Go.
go?
Where did you come from? Kathmandu. Is that
Oh, no,
Malaysia?
that's not the same.
Kathmandu.
Kathmandu.
man,
is United Kingdom.
Wait,
Where is it?
What's...
No.
It's United
Harry,
Kingdom.
where is Kathmandu?
It's a cat and a United Kingdom politician.
Where is Kathmandu?
He lives in a cat and a.
Okay, you know what? Let's just not
No, it's
embarrass ourselves
KAT.
anymore.
KAT. Well, it's a shop. It's Kathmandu. It's a shop.
It was a shop too. No,
New
no, no.
Zealand. It must be
Oh,
New
New
Zealand.
Zealand?
Must be New
I'm
Zealand.
not sure. He's
Must-
going to tell us very shortly, but
No, there's more stuff going on.
is the capital of Nepal. Thank you, Mohit.
Nepal.
Nepal.
You live in Nepal?
Do you know, I know something really interesting about. I used to have a Nepalese friend,
I know a guy called Paul.
and they have to eat with their left hand because if you eat with your right hand, it's very disrespectful.
Oh my
They get very.
God.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because they use their hand to
poo.
clean. Yes.
Oh.
And they eat with their hands. So
Oh,
if you ever go to Nepal, make sure you always eat with your left hand, or your left hand, I believe it is.
Why don't they
Let
eat
me
with
know
their
how.
right hand and do the dirty with the left hand?
I believe, Harry, tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe they use the right hand for that stuff and the left hand for eating.
Why don't they use toilet paper? Or
Because
leaves?
you know what, toilet paper probably is not as clean. Anyway, what are you talking about? Where do we go
The
from-
technology
Where do
of
we go to?
Napoleon.
All right, Tom Ash is saying,
Okay.
Ash, can you do a video about 3D printers?
Oh man, I'd love to. Guys, coming soon. We're going to be setting up a new fantastic studio. We're going to have 3D printers. We're going to have helicopter. I wish. One day it might happen. But yeah, I want to get into 3D printing. Sounds pretty awesome. I've been getting into DIY and all that stuff. I watch so much videos. We were talking about housing still. Check out Heads of a State. But I've been watching this channel called This Old House. Seriously, just watch it. I've literally just watched like 400 of their videos. I know exactly what to do with a drain pipe.
Because you know, we got so many of those.
What happens if you have a leaky faucet? Oh, you ask me. I know how to install a water system, recyclable. I know how to get fluoride out of water. I can ride my bike with no handlebars.
No handlebars.
I've learned so much from that channel. It's a bit to the point. There's another good channel called Renovision. That guy's a bit hacky, but he's hella fun. He's a bit long as well. It's very entertaining. You gotta watch that guy. He just digs into the wall and starts DIYing. So I'm getting a vibe to want to just rip up some walls and do some Cat 7. Actually, matter of fact, check out the community page. Tonight, I'm gonna post a cool video by one of our subscribers. He went ahead and installed 10 gigabit Ethernet into his house. So he smashed through the walls and did some cabling in it. And it was pretty good. He set up a NAS system far enough away so it's not noisy, but he set up a nice, good home media server. So for tech, check out the community channel.
It's very exciting,
Chatting a
very
lot,
exciting.
chatting
It
a
is,
lot.
it
And
is.
this was meant to be about Imacs.
Because Tom Ash says, I want a 3D printer but don't know a good one to buy. We'll let
Okay.
you know. We'll let you know
Well,
very soon.
Or if you find out, let us know
Let us
and we'll
know.
review it
Yeah.
and tell you that it's rubbish. And speaking of rubbish things, I reviewed, check out my latest video. It was an EMF meter. I use this one, EMF, to measure EMF from RF radiation coming off. You know, we're a bit sensitive about that stuff. We want to stay safe just in case. Not saying you guys should worry about that stuff. There's loads of things to worry about. Especially what's going in the water. Oh my God. I'm finding out so much. What's in the oxygen, air filtration. So much to worry about in the basics level. And just jogging, all that stuff, living your life. Anyway, I got an EMF meter and it was not a good review because the device I at least had, I don't know if it's faulty or not. It wasn't giving me realistic figures. So make sure you check out that review to find out which EMF meter not to get. And probably, hopefully, the 3D printer that you get will not be on that list. Because over on Heads of Tech, we don't just review the products that we like, we love. We get paid to review. or get sent for free. We also review the products that we don't like.
Yep.
Yeah?
100%.
That's it, see?
We're 100% real talk.
100% real talk.
And speaking of real talk, Harry has helped
Too many questions.
clear up that
many
the
questions.
thing. Harry has helped to clear up
Okay, what's Harry?
the situation
Harry,
with,
what's going on with you, Marco? Go on. I want to know what's
He's
going on.
helped to clear up the
Okay, what's
situation
going
with the
on?
toilet situation. He says they use the right hand, but they use wet wipes. And you know, you have wet wipes in the UK as well. 100% we have in Australia.
I like wet
We have
wipes.
them everywhere. And he also said, have you been to Japan or seen those Japanese toilets? They're pretty
I've never
cool, aren't
been.
they?
I love Japanese toilets.
cool.
Yeah.
They have like they have like heat, water. They can even
They
warm
feel-
up the
they're
seat
very-
as well.
Yeah,
They're pretty
Japanese.
cool.
The toilets. Sorry, Mr. Germany or Miss Germany. I'm not sure about
Mr.
how your
Germany.
toilets are doing. Yeah, probably if you want. Yeah,
No, do you know in Germany?
okay.
I'll tell you the choice. I don't know why we're talking about
What is it?
toilets.
Why is Germany number one? What's wrong with you guys?
Do you know what they do in Germany? Well, from the toilets
okay.
that I've been to in Germany, I went to Germany maybe 10 years ago, but they have I don't know if we should talk about this.
Let's
but
talk about it.
They have a toilet, right?
Guys, should we talk about this? Dr. Ren over here tell us about toilet seats from Germany. Yes, let us know.
Well, okay, from a medical perspective, what they do is the toilet, like usually
Medical perspective.
in this country, the
All right.
toilet is like this. The bowl is like this. It goes straight down. So when you do your things, it goes straight down into the water. And you
What
can't
kind
see.
of please, what kind of things do you
The
do?
number two, feces, when you defecate. Do I really have to say it out loud?
Detritus.
So anyway, what they do in Germany, or what I've seen, is that they have like a ledge and then it goes down. So when you do your business, the business sits on the ledge, and then when you flush, it goes down the hole. So what is the benefit of seeing your poop on the ledge?
So you can medically check what's
You
going
can
on.
medically, yeah, exactly.
Send a sample to your
Clever.
doctor.
Isn't that clever?
No, it's
I
weird.
don't know if that's in all of the German houses, but like, you know, as a medical professional, I always ask my patients, what does your poop look like? And, you know, these Germans are on it. All right, moving on.
No. Tell us more. So what do you like seeing from the stool samples?
Well, you know, you need to know if there's any blood. You need to see if there's any colour that's changed. Black poo is never good poo unless you're on any iron tablets or something like that. So if you do see any of those things, or the consistency as well, there's a whole load of stuff.
You
I'm
know
not
what
even
would be
doing
clever?
about it.
Now, I should patent this before telling you guys. An automatic toilet stool sampler. It has a little
That'd be
webcam there.
expensive.
Boom. And a little camera. If you can put it in an
God.
iMac, get a little camera there. If it's red, it tells you, beep, 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 watch
That'd
out.
actually be a good
Put it in an
idea.
Apple Watch. Boom. Apple Watch Series
Boom,
7. You heard it here
shakalaka.
first
Boom,
with
shakalaka.
stool samples. You just stick your watch in there.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? And even Tommy's getting intrigued about this. Does it splatter your backside? No, it doesn't actually. I don't think it does, from what I recall.
Germans.
You know,
yeah.
maybe Mark can tell us that.
Okay, I just want to go
Oh,
back.
Mark says those are just old toilets.
Okay,
Sorry.
There's a big chat
There's a
going
big
on
chat
here.
going on
This
there.
is not the heads of tech channel. This is the heads of your tech. You're the heads. You're clearly on this topic.
All
I'm
right,
not.
let me just scroll up and give.
What's oh, go on.
I just want to say some love. Monique is saying hi, nice to see you both, love you both,
Who's
and
Monique or Monique?
Manic,
You gotta get it right. Manic.
Manic
Manic.
H.
Okay, first.
Thank you so much
Okay,
for joining
no.
us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Manic, I want to thank you for the message that you wrote down to me. It means so much. Manic.
Okay, I think you should stick with the day job. All right.
We're gonna start Heads of Music channel. We're gonna start doing some music videos, right?
I think so.
You know, matter of fact,
I
guys,
think you guys wanna do this.
okay, since we're talking about
Fun
music
hangout.
now, since we're talking about music,
Yes.
I want to know what is better, an acoustic piano or an electric piano? Well, I want to know what do you guys think is, and
I
for
want
that
to know
I have
as well.
exclusive footage
Go
of
on.
an acoustic piano, a traditional piano, and an electric piano. Let us know which one you think sounds better, and we might actually physically review it for you on the channel. Yeah, you
Take it
excited?
away. Yes.
Yeah, let us know
Yes.
which one do you think
Let's
will
get
sound
away from
better.
the toilet situation.
No, we're gonna go back to the toilet situation. Don't go be scared. We'll talk about all the
Okay,
stuff.
okay.
But first, before you know, after you've done your toilet, you sit down on the piano. And which one are you gonna play on, acoustic or electric? Let us know. such beautiful.
Sounds awful. It sounds awful.
No, she sounded really good. It's just when I was videoing her, she got a bit shy.
I get started.
But which one sounded better?
Acoustic. Everyone's saying acoustic.
Yeah,
Well,
they
everyone's
have-
saying they prefer the acoustic. Acoustic.
For me,
Yes.
one thing you got to note is it's the room, because the sound bounces around the room differently. So these weren't proper side-by-side comparisons. It's a bit shameful having to share these comparisons on the Heads of Tech. It's shameful. You know, write in the comment section below. Shame on you for not doing a proper test. But for me, the acoustic one just sounded so much nicer.
Yes. I mean, I personally prefer the acoustic as well.
And the looks of the acoustic, you know, you can see the strings, you know, boom.
Definitely. And I think a lot of people are saying that as well. We've got, Naga says they have electric, but largely prefer acoustic.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is the negative of an acoustic?
Negative? You have to tune it.
Explain it. There you go.
You have to
This is your
tune it.
pedestal. Get on the pedestal and you can
Well,
talk.
I guess the people who are out there who play the piano, like for example, Harry plays the piano. He says he's been playing it since he was born. Oh my god, amazing! Just imagine little baby Harry on the ginger Harry. So I think the issue with like tuning is that you have to get someone to come in every year to tune it. And in Australia, we found out that people, they take liberties and they cost about $200 just to tune your piano. The piano itself could be like $15,000. So every year you have to pay $200 to tune your piano. So I guess that's a big negative. But in saying that, the negatives with an electric piano is that you have to have that the horrible looking wire that sticks out under the piano.
And have to
It
plug
goes
it. You
into
can't put it in the middle of the room. You need to have some underwire cable. Also, what is going on? What is the best piano maker that's affordable? We're looking at
Not
baby
Steinberger.
grand pianos, not
Nothing
the
like
German
that.
ones. You know, we
Nothing
don't
like
want to go
that.
there.
No,
Maybe
Mark,
Indonesian
we're not
ones.
going down
So
your route.
Yamaha versus K Kawai. We've been watching some like million dollar properties, and they all have K Kawai.
Yes.
And I've been checking out K Kawai, the Japanese company. They sound pretty damn good. But I went to a Yamaha reseller, and he was like saying, "Nah, K Kawai is rubbish. You want to get a Yamaha." What do you guys think is better, Dr. Nora? What do you think?
I personally think, well, I came from a mentality when Yamaha was all I was ever taught at school. And Tom actually said I've definitely been to private school, definitely not always fully state comprehensive.
It's not what Thomas
All
said.
in-
Tom,
all in
ask
the
you
UK.
questions.
But I want to say something. When I was
Jump
a
to
kid,
the questions
when
later.
I was a kid in the comprehensive school that I was in, you know, we always had Yamaha as like the thing that we always used to get taught in music class. So growing up, I always thought, oh, Yamaha is good, and you always hear Yamaha. But actually, when I was out there playing with the K Kawai and the Yamaha, I actually thought the K Kawai sounded better.
No, you said the Yamaha sounded better because it sounded more high pitch.
But then what I realised is when you look on YouTube and you look at all of these like Beverly Hills, look at all these Beverly Hills mansions, they've all got a K Kawai there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why do these people have K Kawais? I
Well,
want a K
K
Kawai.
Kawai, when I looked at the cheaper, they're all expensive. Oh my god, they all cost the price more expensive than a Mac Pro. You're an expensive lady.
Yes.
Anyway, it costs more than a Mac Pro.
Yes.
The K Kawai, it's got a movable top stand, so you can move the sheets, the music sheet, back and forward.
Yeah.
It also has carbon fiber inside instead of just wood. What does that mean? What does that
What does
mean?
that mean? What does
Well,
it mean?
according to the Yamaha guy, it means that it's going to rust faster. Well, according to everyone else in the world that comments on pianos, it means that it's not gonna get moldy as much, and it will last longer because it's not made out of wood. Wood, what can it do? Moldy.
Moldy.
Boom. Yeah.
Get termites.
Yeah. So I am leaning towards a K Kawai. Which guys would you rather see being reviewed on this channel? A K Kawai or a Yamaha?
Do you know what? You know, Ash, there literally is nobody that says K Kawai.
Why?
We've got Yamaha, we've got Steinway, we've got Roland, we've got Fazioli. We've got Yamaha is the best for price, and in my opinion, the Bosendorfer are the best. Obviously, it's going to be a
Well, I
German.
gotta give a shout out to Fazioli. Have you seen their golden one? Whoosh, you can Google it right now.
Beautiful.
Just get off this channel, close it down, and Google Fazioli, the golden one. If I had more money, I wouldn't get it. I'd keep that money and I'd be smart about it. But like, if I had an infinite amount, if I was borrowing it, or if I was going to Fazioli's house, I'd be, "Yo, Fazioli, can I do a review?" And he'd be like, "No." And then I'd have to convince him. And then I'd do a review and share that review with you guys.
Thank you so much.
There
Ash,
you
for
go. I
sharing
care,
with
I
us.
care.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you. If you can tune the piano, you can make a good living, and also if you understand, and also you'll understand the piano better. Yeah, fair enough. Okay,
All right,
that's
so
good, interesting
Do
point.
you want to say anything else about pianos?
Yamaha sounds deeper and mellow and homely.
Nah, man. You got to play the Yamaha, the one that we played. It sounds more higher pitch, like when you press the keys. Bing, dong,
Yeah, true.
Kate Kawai was
True.
more deeper.
Maybe. You know, I'm kind of with Naga. Before, Naga says, I only thought that Yamaha existed since that's the only thing I see there. You know, I'm completely with you.
Yeah.
Your brain opens up.
Consumers.
There's different things out there. It's crazy.
Why I recommend all of you people out there that are considering buying the new iMac or any Apple product on iPhone and you think that product is good, just go to one of these $1 million open homes and just see how the rich people live, and then your brain is going to get expanded. These guys have yachts. We went to an open house, yeah? It actually wasn't, we got a private view into a house, and the owners, they didn't go out so we can check out the house. They went in their yacht that was in their pontoon so we can get the chance to explore their house.
Yeah, and this agent was like, oh, they're just sitting in their boat waiting for you to leave.
Boat, it was a yacht. It was like a big, it had
20
rooms inside. So
Yeah.
these rich people, they spend a lot of money.
Yeah, everyone, you know what? It's the best thing is just going to these open houses. Like, I recommend if you're a bit bored,
It
then
will
just
just
wear some
expand
clothes
your mind.
and go and check out how the other side live because it's so much fun. Like, it's seriously so much fun.
And if you want to see some of that crazy stuff that we've been doing, check out Heads of a State. Make sure you subscribe. We literally can count them out. Subscribers on our hands right now. So if you guys subscribe, it'd mean a lot to you guys because you'll see some amazing content.
It's actually really fun. You have seen some you've seen some new builds, you've seen some old builds. If you guys are interested to see what your money can get you over here in Australia just because of fun, you can check it out.
And also, if you're interested in becoming a general practitioner, make sure you check out Dr. Nora's channel. She's going to be doing a Heads of Medical live, answering all the questions about if she regrets becoming a doctor, if she regrets becoming a general practitioner, if she regrets coming to Australia. And, you know, if she doesn't regret it. And she also has 2 cool vlogs where she has a whole day working in Surface Paradise, all the patients she treats, including all the kind of workers, all that kind of stuff.
All the kind of stuff we get up to, because we get up to a lot of stuff
A
behind
lot.
the scenes.
Helps
as
out so many
GPs.
people. So she's got 2 cool vlogs out there. And I am tired. We've been chatting to you guys. How long, man? How long?
It's been awesome. You know what? I feel
why
like
have you
it's been
guys like
such
tuned
a
in for so long?
fun
What is going on?
hangout. This has been such a fun hangout.
Has it been
Do you
fun?
not agree?
Oh,
I personally have had so much fun hanging out with all these people: Mark, Mohit, Tom, Naga, sort of everybody. I can't even name you all, but there's so many people here, and it's been so much fun hanging out with you
Okay,
all.
so much fun. Okay, guys, so I'm going to be wrapping up this stream. So if you guys have any final questions to ask us, make sure you ask us because I'm going to jump into the next topic and it will be a short one because I'm getting tired. But just ask your questions now. We're going to go through all your questions as much as we can after this
do like
topic.
a fire round.
Yeah, so just
quick fire round.
quick fire all your questions. We'll help you out answering if you get the iMac and all that kind of stuff. But for now, I'm going to talk about the Sony A7S3, the Mark III camera. Sony A7S3. Anyone knows what it is, let me know, because if it's not worth talking about, probably not worth talking about. But it got released, well, it got announced a couple of days ago, and I was like, I've been waiting to sell my Sony A7 III because the warranty period is only 2 years and I've got 1.5 years into it, so I've got half a year left, and I'm worried that it might break down at any moment because Sony cameras are a bit, you know, fiddly. So I want to get one with an extended warranty, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to get the Sony A7 III. It looks kind of good and all that stuff. And then I saw the price. The price. I can get 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 Sony
Shocking.
A7 III cameras for the price of 1 Sony A7S III. And I've learned a bit about YouTube. And what I've learned is whenever there's an announcement for a new product and there's like 20 different people who are reviewing that product when it just has been announced, it shows me that they're all sponsored. They've been given the cameras early to give a favorable. They're not allowed to say anything negative about it. I'm not saying it's a bad camera, but they're not going to point out the price to you guys. They're going to say it's amazing, better than sliced bread. In the preview review, you only find out the truth in a couple of months when it actually gets released to Joe public. I'm not sure I'm going to get it because my brain kind of computed I can get 3 Sony A7 III cameras for the price of 1 Sony A7S III. Now, Sony A7S III is really good because it can do 4K, 120 frames a second. That is like killer. That is like 10-bit video recording. It's a very, very gorgeous, beautiful camera. It even has a flippy screen. It even has, you know, a flippy screen. That's just some good stuff. But guys, you're not going to be vlogging with a Sony A7S III camera if it costs $6,000 unless you're some super rich person that has a yacht in their backyard. Because are you really going to hold that camera in front of you or walk around town like all the people do on YouTube, pretend that it's a thing? You're not going to be doing that with a $6,000 camera. You're not going to be doing that. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to be doing that because 1, it costs a lot of money, and 2, you're going to have a professional microphone on top of it, and it's going to be very heavy. It's heavier than a Sony A7 III. So I don't think I can fathom getting it. I do like that it does have 4K 120. I don't know why. It just sounds nice. I don't think I'm going to use that much. And I do like it has a flippy screen, and I do love that it's unlimited recording now. It just dies out on battery life, so they've got really good features in it. But I just don't know if it's smart to get a Sony A7 I, where I can get 3 Sony A7 III. So I'll tell you what I am excited about. Do you want to say something?
I want to know. I want to know. Tell me.
So what I am excited about is the Sony A7 IV. Because now that the Sony A7S III is out, the next camera they're going to be releasing is the Sony A7 IV. I currently have the Sony A7 III, and that camera is amazing. It's an amazing camera, super awesome. So the next camera is going to be a Sony A7 IV. I'm guessing they're going to release it soon because it only makes sense because Canon, they released the R5 and the R6 together at the same time. They released the super awesome one and a cheaper one at the same time. So I'm guessing after maybe the Sony A7S III has been released, they'll then release the Sony A7 IV, and that's probably the one I'll get. And I'm excited to see what they actually put into that one. I'm guessing it's going to have a flippy screen. I'm guessing it's going to have unlimited recording. It might even have 4K 60. So those features,
that's pretty cool.
It's going to be worth waiting for, and it'll be half the price at the very least than the Sony A7S III. So guys, if you guys were excited about seeing a review, even though I don't really do that many camera reviews of the Sony A7S III, I don't think I'm going to get it purely because of the price point. Because it's $6,000 without even a lens. Without even a lens.
But you know what? Patrick has said it's a bargain. I don't know if he's being
Patrick,
sarcastic.
we have, let me just check. In the chat, there's like a dollar icon over there. It looks like a dollar symbol. You can click on that and you can type in some money, and you can type something in and share some money to us. If it's a bargain for you, then, you know, share your wealth. You know, I will frame a picture of you and then tell you some good stuff. Speaking of bargains, I need to do this shout out actually. I forgot to do it.
Oh my God, I can't believe
give me a little drum roll to... We have executive producers on the show. We actually have people who have clicked that join button on this channel for some reason. I don't know why. They've clicked the join button and they've become executive producers.
That's so awesome.
So every single video that we produce, we list them down in the description as an executive producer. So I'm going to give a shout out to Homegrown Canadian.
Woo!
He's homegrown and Canadian. Make sure you check out his channel and hit subscribe. We got APU Raw.
Woo!
I don't think he's on YouTube yet, but they're probably going to get on YouTube soon because they're joined. And we got VJ Fernando.
Woo!
With a name like that.
Sounds like a movie star.
Superstar has to subscribe.
Has to subscribe. All right, Ash, I've got a question from Mohit. Any noise cancelling headphones you'll recommend buying?
Noise cancelling headphones? No, I actually can't recommend any. I'd recommend the iPods Pro. AirPods Pro, but at your own risk. I mean, do you recommend any? We tried some out.
Yeah.
I never really liked them, and I don't like recommending them. It depends. Like, if you're going to be at home listening to the big ones, then okay, that's fine, because no one can hear you and you can't hear anyone. Great. But if you're going to be out and about on the street, I don't recommend them from a health and safety point of view, because when you have them on, noise cancelling, car coming, you're not going to hear it, boom, you're gone. Then how am I going to share this story to you?
True.
I'm not going to be able to. The amount of lives that have been lost from noise cancelling headphones.
It's true.
Or annoyed at least. You know, get out of the way.
You can't hear it.
And over here, I don't know, there's been an influx of Deliveroos. Thanks to this lockdown, they've all come in from Brazil. I've actually seen their congregation. They're earning some money over here. And they're driving on the... Cool. It's good, but annoying for me. Because they don't drive on the road, they drive on the street. The pavements. So if you have noise cancelling headphones, they literally drive like they're in the Tour de France. So if you're just walking and you accidentally take a right, they could take your arm off. So I don't recommend noise cancelling headphones. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry, Patrick was talking about the MK1, not the MK3 with a bargain.
Yep, makes sense. That's a bargain.
We've got Manique says recommend a microphone for iPhone for YouTube videos.
Oh, the basic
You've got
one.
Something, haven't you, on your channel?
What the one? I use this guy. This is a Rode Video Mic Go, and you can plug it into an iPhone. It goes via the 3.5, and you have the converter cable that you get with the iPhone. Great thing about this is it's wireless. I've patched mine up with some anti-radiation to protect myself, because you really put it right next to yourself, so you don't want it right on your heart, do you? I mean, maybe you do. Some people love that 5G stuff. Not everyone's for it, so I always keep mine, further away. But that's good if you're doing wireless stuff. Otherwise, you can just get a really long 3.5 millimeter jack. You get an extender cable. Just make sure you use the right TRS or TRRS cable. You can get a converter one. It costs a bit of money, but then you get a wired solution. You can play around with that. Maybe I'll do a video about best microphones for iPhones. Get that down.
That'd be awesome.
That'd
I
be
think
kind
that'd
of
be
good
really
because the
helpful.
technology has moved on since I last picked it up.
That's awesome. Okay, last
Stay
question,
tuned for
Ash.
that. Last more.
Chris Carty has just joined and he says, Ash, what's up? What's your thoughts on the new iMac, man?
What's up? So Chris, I've got an amazing feature for you. It's called the ability to time travel. Now, you're gonna learn this feature. It's amazing. What you do, you pretty much just press 0 on your YouTube right now. If you press it, I'm actually no longer talking to you because you've actually rewinded to the beginning of the video. And if you just skip through the first 2 minutes of ribble rabble, you'll get to all of the amazing thoughts on the iMac. And we actually had, if you missed it, we had an exclusive one-on-one interview with Mrs. Mac. We had a sighting of Bigfoot. We also had the fan noise that's coming out, the 10th generation Intel, with legitimate the fan noise. We had the new size monitor coming into the ARM iMacs.
Wow.
If you want to wait 6
My
months,
God.
we had the exclusive footage for you.
That's a lot of stuff.
And
we covered.
some cool stuff is happening in the world. So I think that is the show. Been talking for a long time. Anyone else want to say anything?
We got one last one.
One
Thoughts
more.
on Samsung Unpacked?
When is it? That's
Dunno.
my thoughts on it. I don't care.
Alright.
What, they're going to have the Note 20. I got the Note 10. I love the Note 10. It's a great phone. I'm not excited about the Note 20. Okay, it's going to have a better camera, but the camera is actually always buggy. Samsung have never made a good video camera. It's always been buggy since day one. Ever since the first Samsung I've ever used, they always make their footage the colors are just always awful. There's always issues with the camera. It's a great camera, but compared to an iPhone is going to kill it on the camera side. So even if they made it like 100 megapixels, it still won't be good enough. So I don't know what they can do to make the S20 better. The Note 20 better than an iPhone. I like the Note 10. It's going to be very interesting to see what they come up with because this is already a bezel-less screen. It's very light. It has one of these pen things that I never use. It has a camera that was meant to be better than the iPhone and it turned out it wasn't. I looked at the specs. The specs made it sound amazing. I was like, whoa, this camera is more amazing than the iPhone. Then I actually used the iPhone camera and the iPhone camera was like 1,000,000 times better. And what is up with the interface? It's so stupid. Whenever you want to take a selfie, it defaults to a zoomed in selfie. I'll show you right now. It defaults into a zoomed in selfie and you need to press a button to make it maximize selfie. Why do they do that? I don't think it's made for the Western market. Maybe it's made for the Asian market to make everyone look a bit more yellow or what's going on there. What do you think
William
of Samsung?
says Samsung cameras have always been shaking video. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
are.
are.
They're really shaky.
Yeah.
The stabilization is terrible.
I'll tell you something about
compared to iPhone.
Samsung. Samsung's programming are so naff that they even at one point offered me a job to work for them. That's how low they are. They offered the job to me of all people. Whereas Apple have never offered me a job. So there you go. Now you know that the software, what kind of people are writing software for Samsung, what kind of people are writing software for Apple. That's what I think about. Maybe I'll have to watch it. I'm not really excited about tech in general at the moment because there's a lot more concerning things in the world. But I'm very glad that things are moving on.
Yes.
Like when they released the iPads during coronavirus, everyone was like, the iPad's rubbish. They've done nothing. They've done nothing to improve it. But I was like, I'm just glad that something's happening, moving us along, getting us back into the old routine. So regarding Samsung Unpacked, if it isn't already done already, I'll probably watch it. What I am more excited to watch, and it's 6 hours long, and that is Congress or the American government. They interviewed all the CEOs of tech, talking about Microsoft, Amazon, all that kind of people, asking them about all of this regulation stuff. And it's 6 hours long. I really want to watch that. I'll probably watch it and tell you guys all what happened. Apparently the highlight what happened is they interviewed Jeff Bezos and he didn't know how to unmute his webcam. So he was like talking and he was muted. And one of the congressmen had to say, hey mate, you got to unmute your computer. So the richest guy in the world doesn't know how to friggin' unmute his computer.
That's embarrassing.
No, it's not embarrassing, man. It's not embarrassing. It's relatable. If anything, it shows that he's a human being just like us. So you guys out there, if you work hard, you can become the next Jeff Bezos and be awesome.
Wow, on that note, Ash, that was purely beautiful. Thank you so much. I feel like I've learned so much. I've learned about the iMac, I've learned about Bigfoot, I've learned about the Apple iPhones, I've learned about pianos, acoustic, I've learned about heads of estate. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, make sure you subscribe to that channel. We've got to need the subscribers right now. Nora's even done some DIY. She's done some amazing DIY videos. I'm talking about getting rid of rust. Painting some stuff.
Painting,
yeah,
that's about all I do.
I replaced the battery. on the fire alarm. Don't
that's
laugh.
pretty cool.
You know, you
Actually, really hard.
for someone who's never done it before, you know, once you start getting into that mentality, it's pretty damn sick. So guys, that was the show. Hope you guys found this video entertaining and useful. We've certainly enjoyed hanging out with you.
Definitely.
Can't believe we had Prince Harry on the stream.
Amazing.
Was it Prince Harry or just a guy
was
called
just Harry.
Harry?
It was
Okay,
just Harry.
okay.
It
We're
was
not
just
gonna say
Harry.
it wasn't Prince Harry, unconfirmed. But it was a guy called Harry, and there was a programmer teaching me about LLVM. There was this guy from India, Rohit, Mohit, police officer, never arrested me. So yeah.
Yes.
Take care and stay healthy. Talio, you there, mate?